right, welcome back to the channel. We are one day out from competition. Today is gonna be a light day. Gonna spend about like 30 minutes essentially moving 40% of my lifts. Testing out the boom mic also on the A camera for my lifts, seeing how that's gonna be as we're filming today. And the main focus is just in and out of the gym and trying to feel comfortable, loosen up, be stress-free. There's a lot of external stressors going on in my life right now. Well, as far as training goes for the team, we have some individuals who have dropped out. That's very unfortunate due to injury. Brittany dropped the barbell on her thigh, which led to a big bruise. Alyssa's back's hurting, so she's dropping out. She's very afraid as far as re-injuring her back again. So you gotta be flexible with your lifters sometimes. It's a little different for me. I've been doing this a long time, so I know my body, and my back didn't hurt 1 week out. It was more like 2 weeks out. So I'm pretty lucky that happened to me. It's very unfortunate the injuries happened to the ladies on the team, but there's a lot more meets going on for the rest of the year. So hopefully we can recover, reevaluate, and chase those competitions here in the future. So as far as video content today, we're gonna run 2 cameras. I'm gonna really focus on the audio quality. We are going to stick with just 2 cameras. It's just easier to edit that way versus 1, or easier to edit versus having 3 cameras. I really wanted to utilize my iPhone for sending videos to my coach, but I don't want to get overwhelmed. I just want to enjoy this easy day, focus on the audio. Hopefully both audio is good on both cameras. We're gonna go from there and get to some lifting here. Pretty light, all light. Jerk feels a lot better than snatch, so it's a good feeling for me. I don't know if I'll rock the leggings at the competition. Kind of feel stuffy a little bit. peasy day. Let's do some PT work, and we'll see you guys for the competition. Okay, so here is the aftermath of the weightlifting meet. Unfortunately, I wish I would have gotten a little bit more content filming, but it's hard to kind of compete, focus, and try to do your best performance and film yourself and document it at the same time. Luckily, I had some of the coaches on the team film some of the lifts. A lot of the stuff wasn't perfect, but anyways, yeah, after Bruce and Anthony made their lifts, I started warming up, stuck to the game plan. I got to see one of my old training partners try, and yeah, kind of stoked the fire a little bit. You're kind of training on the same platform, having laughs, reminiscing a little bit. And I was okay with just hitting my openers because my back was hurting. But, you know, as in try fashion, he says, what are you gonna open up at? Because his opener was at 85 kilos. I said, I'm just gonna hit 90, maybe 95. He said, cool, I'm gonna hit 92. I go to look at the cards, he bumps it 3 kilos more than me. And I knew he was gaming me from that very moment. So I hit my 90, I go first, he goes for 93, and he said, what are you gonna hit next? I said, 95. So he puts in 95, 97, but in turn of events, competition Rick came out. So I just didn't like that. Don't lie when we're just trying to have a good time. So I go to 100 kilos, and I already knew that was going to be my maximum lift for the day. You know, the way my back was, I tried pulling 110, 105 from the floor. I just couldn't brace, get the leg drive in training last week with my back being what it is. So I go out there, smoke the 100. He comes up to me, I thought you were gonna hit 95. I said, hey, just feeling too good. On his third attempt, he does, and congratulations for him. He hits a 100 kilo snatch on his third attempt. I knew I wasn't gonna go more than 100, so I did the safe thing, put like 3 kilos on the barbell. I tried to pull it, ain't no way that was going overhead. I knew that the opener was gonna be easy, and I just needed to make a total. Opened up with 100 kilos, that's what I snatched, clean and jerked it, easy. I was nervous about the dip drive for the jerk, because that's been hurting for the last week and a half. But I think with how I felt in competition Ricky out, almost went Bruce Banner on it. I did it, powered cleaned it, jerked it. For my second attempt, I went 115. He asked me if I was gonna go 110. I said, sure. When I hit 110 in the back, I just wanna make sure my back was good enough to hit 110. I said, cool, it felt good. So I told Nolani, one of the women's coach who was coaching me, she puts 115 on for me. I opened my second attempt with that, smoked it. Pretty easy, positive split, perfect. And then, yeah, had to shut down try real quick. For my last attempt, I went 120. Now, I haven't cleaned and jerked 120 since the back injury, so 3-4 weeks. Mentally, yeah, I was kind of second guessing myself a little bit, because the 110 in the back was heavy, the 115 felt heavy, but I just trusted the training, just focused on making a good clean, and then sending it on the jerk. I think after the results, I kind of look back, I think I should have went more, but I was just happy to qualify. Made the qualifying total, which was nice, and kind of punched my ticket to California this winter. So yeah, that's what we're doing. For today's training, hey, it's Monday. We are gonna focus on just moving and grooving, doing some cardio right now to kind of get the blood going. I still need to get down to weight for the 2026 weight class, so a lot of these first 4 weeks are gonna be cardio, a lot of unilateral movements to help with my injury and imbalances, and some light barbell work. But yeah, if you've been following the channel for the programming, it's a good time to start. It's a good time to start. I think how I'm gonna start videotaping some of the programming too is just 4-week blocks, little break, 4-week blocks, little break, and just try to get everybody healthy again. It's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. All right, with this exercise, we're doing kettlebell rows, single arm. It's really focusing on keeping my hips square and rowing in. I'm gonna do this 3 sets, probably 6 to 8 reps each arm, and just really trying to lock in and work my lats, my rear delts, and get my back healthy. All right, so the next exercise is gonna be single leg RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. We're using the kettlebell variation. I gotta do this because obviously my back hurts, and it stems from me being unbalanced, specifically in leg strength. So when I'm squatting or something like that, I tend to shift a little bit. So this helps out. If you pay specific attention to my feet, you can tell that even though I'm right-legged, like my dominant leg is my right leg, when I'm going down for the RDL, I have no stability and no control. It's a strong leg for sure, but I don't have the stability that I do in my left leg. My left leg is weaker, but you can tell by just the control as I'm coming up or as I'm going down into the RDL. And it's really weird. I think because when I split jerk, I always have my left leg forward, and that's what I usually tend to use for stability. I put a lot of pressure more on my front leg to help out with my split jerks. But yeah, we're gonna knock out this and we're gonna get it done. As you can tell right now, I'm going down. Oh, it's kind of wobbly. Coming back up, there we go. Try my best not to exhale into the microphone. Still working on that sound quality. Switch legs. You can see how much easier it is on the left leg. That's crazy. That's how fluid I can go through the movements of my left leg and have that control. Work on your imbalances, kids, because you don't want to end up hurting your back like me. Oh. So that's pretty good. I think with the general fitness phase, besides doing some cardio and general fitness, probably want to do some kind of calisthenics to my day-to-day training. So, you know, we're gonna keep it super simple. I need to work on my upper body, so we are going to do just some push-ups, man. Good old-fashioned push-ups. So yeah, great calisthenic workout, push-ups, super easy. You know, for somebody who's had shoulder injuries in the past, I've been very in tune with what I need to do with any kind of pressing movement or overhead movement. So something as simple as a push-up, you know, one thing I really focus on is where my shoulder blades are. You know, getting them retracted like I am bench pressing. It's gonna help me load my lats, get my pecs involved, not just my shoulders. So that's been a big game changer for me. And then 2, just understanding where my spine is. You know, I think a good cue that I always tell people when they're doing any kind of overhead movement or bracing their core is quads, butts, and guts. Making sure that my core is tight for my quads, my butt, and my guts. Locking that down and trying to be as neutral as I can with the spine. We did 3 sets of 8 to 10. Got done with that. So calisthenics workout done, PT work done, cardio done. What do we got left? Well, we got some strength movements. For today's strength programming, I wanted just to have fun with it. We did some kettlebell work, did kettlebell deadlifts for 5, kettlebell swings for 5, and then 5 on each arm for kettlebell push press. I think the biggest thing that I was really focusing on for the kettlebell deadlifts is one, just where my balance was. Trying to keep most of my weight on my ankles, and then instead of just bending at the back, actually hinging down to get my hamstrings and my hips to load correctly, and then from there just drive through the ankles to get the kettlebell up. For the kettlebell swing itself, we go right into that for 5 reps. Where's the balance? Balance, a lot of it's gonna be on my ankles, and from there initiating the kettlebell swing with a slight bend in the knees, bend in the hips, but getting your hips to sit back to load the hamstrings, and same concept, just driving through the hips, through the legs to get the kettlebell to about eye length. But the movement doesn't stop from there. I think people just kind of let it fall down naturally. Use your lats and bring that kettlebell down back into the hip crease. And from there, that weight's gonna help you load your hips and hamstrings to act like a slingshot almost and drive that kettlebell up. I could be doing it wrong. Just let me know. I'm not a kettlebell expert or anything like that, but that's how I've always done it. And then from there, we go to 5 on each arm with kettlebell push presses. And that's a little bit different from doing a push press from the barbell, but I think having the right front rack position goes a long ways. I kind of treat my arm like a chicken wing, so I'll kind of put my fist kind of under my chin, and from there, put my shoulders and lats up, and in the crack of my elbow here, that's where I kind of rest the majority of the kettlebell. And from there, chest nice and tall. Same focus, driving through the ankles, driving through the legs to get that kettlebell up. 5, 5, 5, and we're gonna do it for 5 sets. Yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think.
And then we end our day with some core work. I just did some good mornings with the empty barbell. 10 reps, 3 sets of some barbell good mornings, focusing on mainly my back. And then we did some ab rollouts. Now with the ab rollouts, just, go for broke. I think I only could do 10. Then it dwindled down to 8 to 6, and I did that for 3 sets. Other than that, the recap, had a good meet, looking to get healthy again and compete pretty soon. Thanks for being patient about the video. Hit subscribe, hit like. During this GPP phase, let me know what you guys want to see, whether it's food, more training ideas, or explanation of movements. I'm here to help. I'm having fun. Hope you're having fun too. Bye.